In 1949, we were written out of terms of union, and said that we would, by this time, we should have all been dead according to the terms of union.
Everybody looked down upon me because I was from Cotton River, and I was Mi'kmaq, so they looked down at that.
Left a good paying job to come home to work for $3 an hour in 1974, and I've been here ever since. So I've seen all the growth. When I left there was no phones, nothing at all. No health programs, no education programs, except what a little bit the church offered. Certainly no comfortable houses like we have today. So I've seen all those things happen in the last 30 years or so, and it's been an incredible journey. We ran into some financial difficulties a few years ago when we owned a fish farm. And I think it was $3 million we lost when the markets, bottom fell out of the markets. And we decided that we would fix the problem ourselves. We didn't want government to come in to do it for us because we would not have known how to get out of trouble. So we put together our own plan, and we submitted it to the bank and to HINAC, and we give ourselves 5 years to recover from that $3 million. I think we did it in 4. But the idea was not to give up at that stage and say, well, come in and fix it for us. We got in trouble, so you need to fix it. So now we know what we need to do at all times in terms of fixing issues around our community. And we did not want to have any third party or anyone coming in to tell us what we need to do.
We put everything in perspective and everybody pulled together, and even the staff here took a layoff. And taking a layoff, they didn't go home, they still did the work that was necessary.
We're a community, and we look out for each other and try to be the best community that we can be and take care of everyone. We're open, you know, we have transparent, you know, it's transparent decisions and things like that, and we're open, and we seek community feedback before any policies or anything like that are implemented and those type of things.
The accountability, the transparency, all those things is part of our strengths and that we have in the community. Everybody owns it, not us, it's owned by the community. And our parliament, our government is actually our people that tell us when we're going wrong and tell us what directions to go. So that's the kind of determination and commitment that we have in the community of building a better community.
I think Miawpukek First Nation strengths come down to our pride in ourselves, our pride in who we are as a people.
Our biggest strength is that we bring the community in on everything. You know, like we try to get the community's input on anything that we decide.
One group that's willing to govern, and one group that's likes to sit on the fence, and the other group is the ones that's opposing. And you need all three to make it work. Nothing works by itself. You need a positive and a negative to make it all work, and that's what that is. And sometimes, believe it or not, we get some of our best ideas from negative people, and we turn them around to be positive.
There are a lot of committees in the community where community members take part. The bylaw committee is one. The Justice Department has several, I think, including the bylaw committee. They have the police advisory committee. They have a justice committee. There's with self-government, there's the Constitution Committee, which is made up of members from the bylaw committee as well as two elder representatives and 2 youth representatives. There's the self-government steering committee. We have a zoning committee. We also have, that I'm involved in, is an advisory committee for commercial development on reserve, which is tied into the zoning. The community sees the committee role in the decisions that is made at, like, even at chief and council level. They see the committee's role in that. So now if something is being done, it seems like it's standard now that we have a committee for it, that we can get representation from different areas in the community.
The community play a role in everything that we do. We're going to get involved in a business. There's forums set up for the community to come forward and to sit and talk about the good and the bad of it. Everything that we try and do, we try and involve the community.
I think that there are numerous opportunities for community members to voice their opinions, and sometimes some do, and sometimes some don't. But that's their choice, but there are opportunities there for it.
Majority of our councillors are all well-educated people with masters, and they're teachers, and we have Shane McDonald, who's a lawyer, sit on our council. So it's well-rounded. When you're elected to a public position, you are accountable to the people that put you there. And regardless of who voted for you, you're still responsible for the whole community and not just the people that voted. And our one thing that we have, I guess, is the continuity is that our staff never change. Regardless of who the chief and council is going to be, our staff will always be the same staff. So that stays in place, and that protects our programs and our services.
We put out surveys, and if we don't, we even do it twice sometimes just to get their feedback. And that is our strength, is the community backing.
You realize it's not just a political system we have, it's a system that goes back to, I think, 1860 when the Grand Chief appointed the first chief here in Newfoundland, whereby you took care of the affairs of the community, and they include, going in talking to someone that's mad or doing marriage ceremonies. All those things come with this position. I know we've done a lot with education, we've done a lot with employment, we've done a lot with health. All those things have been great. But to be able to take away education from the church back in 1985 when everybody was fighting with the church to take away education and have it go to the provincial control, we've already done that. And to have people graduating from our own high school and going off for higher education and coming back to work for us allows us to be able to maintain our 100% employment that we've set.
There is a really good representation. We have people on the zoning committee. We have people that work in administration here that are on the committee. We have people that are laborers on the committee. We have tradespeople on the committee. We have youth representatives. We have, it's a wide range of experiences.
We set the bar pretty high, and to have an incredible group of young people that work for us is amazing. And I'm the oldest fogey in the building, so I'm surrounded by all great young people. If
they could get the whole community to buy into the government, to have a say in what's being done and participate in whatever, and come together as a community as an whole and not just a few, because it's got to be a community buy-in.
I think this community is going to start booming in the next little while. In terms of jobs and services, education, better programs. I hope that the language takes a leap that it should be taking. We're now trying to find ways to do immersion with some of our staff and our teachers, the community.
We have pride in ourselves. It was a struggle to get that pride, but we do have pride in ourselves. And with the pride comes everything else. It comes the community spirit. The development of any programs is based on the community. We want what's best for our community, and I think all that came from having that pride in ourselves.
I think to somehow be able to encourage more business to come into the community, and to have not to have to depend on government as much for funding, and to somehow find a way to have our own home source revenues through agreements and partnership with outside companies that want to come into Conn River. We're already doing that to some degree, but we need to do more of it. And I think we need to educate more of our young people to fill those roles. People retiring from working in your own community, I think to me that's one of the greatest accomplishments that we could have ever done. Most disappointing, that I'm not going to live long enough to see it all work to what it should be or could be.